Доброго ранку. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Yulia, for that very warm welcome. And thank you, Deputy Prime Minister Kuleba, for being with us here today. I'm really also delighted to be joined by Lottie Baker of the UK. I think she's here. Hello. And also to convey a very special welcome to the mayors and representatives of the 22 cities and communities across Ukraine. Thank you so much for being here. We can't always come to see you, so I'm really delighted to have you here today. It's really great to come together to launch an extremely important initiative with the support of USAID and UK aid called the Local Government Integrity Alliance. Thanks to both of our embassy teams, and thank you, Peter, and to DAI, everyone on the Pro Integrity Project. Over the next few years, this alliance has the potential to transform governance across 80 local communities in 10 oblasts in Ukraine, and to bring it in line with European and international standards. By joining this alliance, each of you commit to a higher standard of integrity and transparency, which will serve the Ukrainian people and your constituents more effectively. With these standards, you can become better stewards of your taxpayers' money, enabling you to offer even more services and to serve your communities better. Fighting corruption is essential to Ukraine's goals on the battlefield and also to integrate into the EU and NATO. Corruption doesn't just limit economic growth and weaken the state. It undermines public trust, deters private sector investment, and takes away from your brave warriors on the front lines. The danger of corruption is that it undermines the fundamental principle of democracy, a governance system that is of, by, and for the people, based on the democratic standard of elections. Real sovereignty is when outside forces cannot control these processes through corruption or through other means. But this is not about what we think. Survey after survey in Ukraine show that this issue ranks as the first or second threat to Ukraine's future. So, as you are all elected local leaders, you know this even better than we do. We also hear the dream of Ukrainians to live in an independent, democratic, prosperous state integrated into the EU and NATO, and we firmly and resolutely support that dream, in addition to our support for Ukraine's efforts to fight Russia's illegal war of aggression. And looking back 10 years now to the Maidan, we can see how far you've come. In 2015, then Vice President Joe Biden addressed the Rada, encouraging Ukrainians to seize that moment to build a just and prosperous future. And you did. Local communities like those of Irpin, Bucha, Kharkiv, and many of you here today have led Ukraine's strength and resistance. We are in awe of you. And since 2014, we have proudly supported Ukraine's decentralization efforts, one of your country's most transformative reforms, resulting in over 1,400 local governments. This reform empowers communities to set their own priorities, proving that Ukraine is everything Putin's corrupt autocracy is not. We've also supported your national anti-corruption institutions, which are transforming governance in Ukraine. Earlier this year, you appointed a new head of the NACP, and his efforts to fight corruption, together with NABU and SAPO, are important testaments to Ukraine's democracy, and they stand in stark contrast to Putin's Russia. You've developed the DREAM digital reconstruction system, passed corporate governance legislation to align with OECD standards, and passed legislation to reform institutions important for your national budget, like the Bureau of Economic Security and State Customs Service. This is all helping fund your frontline defenders. These achievements would be impressive under any circumstances, but accomplishing them while fighting for survival during Russia's full-scale invasion is nothing short of remarkable. The United States has been proud to support you on this journey, and we will continue to stand by you through the Local Government Integrity Alliance. The 22 communities in this first cohort are here, and you are here, because you have demonstrated determination and commitment to improve accountability and integrity. We know Like at the central level, you want public funds spent effectively, demanding that corrupt actors are held accountable and whistleblowers protected. Collectively, you are working to build a public sector that serves the Ukrainian people, and you at the local level are a very important part of this effort on behalf of the constituents that you serve, to create a system that operates with integrity, that builds trust, that builds confidence in democratic institutions. We stand with you as you shape a future defined by your goals of transparency for yourself and for the next generation, and as you strengthen your country and further integrate into European and transatlantic community of nations. Thank you very much.